Shalom, family trendsetter. I'm driving, so you will hear some noise in the background. Now, I want to dedicate this particular video to one of my subscribers. Her name, I believe, is Daughters of Zion True Israel. I believe that's her name. I'm not good with remembering people's names and shit, so I try not to give too much shout outs, but I want to give a shout out to her. We was having a back and forth in the comment section yesterday on a particular video that I made in regards to life being like a sim game. You know, we are the characters in this game called life, and we are creation. Our creator is pretty much orchestrating this play called life. And of course, at many times, a lot of us feel as if, like, you know, God, if you will, have turned his back on us, because sometimes we're in a situation that we find ourselves can't get out of sometimes. And, you know, you say to yourself, damn, you know, why, if there's a God, why, you know, does he allow certain things to happen? And I guess you could ask yourself this question, right? Like I mentioned in my comment to her, like, you know, have you ever done anything that offended the Most High? And if so, should you be punished for it? I mean, if you have a child and let's say your children disobey you, are you not going to punish them? Now, I'm sure you won't be punishing them the way how the Most High punish us and shit, because we get some punishment. We get a real beating. But the way I look at it is this, right? We're living in hell. This is hell. Fuck that. This is hell, a hellish condition. The body is the vehicle that transport the soul and the spirit. Now, I personally believe, based on, you know, research, that we have what is referred to as a spiritual existence, like an energy force that dwells within this body. Okay, so the soul and the spirit, for those of us who have both, dwell in this body. Now, because we're a spiritual being, if we was to, let's say, exit this body, we cannot bear or feel the brunt of the punishment out of this body. So this body actually absorbs the pain, the suffering, you know, whatever kind of punishment that we are going through from the Most High. This body actually bears it, because, you know, when you're living in this existence, when you're living in this body, you feel pain, physical pain, emotional pain, you know, heartache, all type of different emotions within this body. But once you're free from this body, you don't feel that shit anymore, because we're energy beings. So that's why oftentimes we feel as if like the Most High have forgotten us or abandoned us. It's not so much that he has forgotten us. It's just that we're going through some shit. We're going through some punishment because we have done some shit in our past that we probably have forgotten about, but the Most High surely have not forgotten about it. And the Most High also deal with generational curse. So our ancestors have committed crimes. We don't know the extent of the crimes, because there are many people living on this planet, black people, right, that's doing well for themselves. They're not in a situation where they're being persecuted regular, getting gunned down, you know what I'm saying, going to church and shit, talking to a devil while preaching Jesus and getting, you know, gunned down, 9 souls being lost. You know, they're not in that position because maybe their ancestors wasn't as wicked as your ancestors. So maybe you're going through some shit because your ancestors, which I believe we are our ancestors, we come back to serve out the punishment. Y'all can believe me or not, but yes, we are our ancestors. We come back to serve out whatever punishment that we have done in the past. You may not have, you know, you may not come back in the same family that you was living in before, but you might come back either in a fucked up family situation or a fucked up family where that family is so dysfunctional that you're a part of them, so you're gonna have to go through that punishment. Or you might come back in a family that, you know, maybe in a past life you was decent enough and you came back, the Most High let you come back, and now you live in a better life that you live, or a better hellish condition, because like I said, hell is a form of condition. Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that, family, yes, we do oftentimes question God or the Most High as to why we have to go through what we're going through. But you got to ask yourself this question, right? If these devils that's ruling over us have done so many wickedness to us, right, and their ancestors have done a hell of a lot more than what they have done to us, should not they pay for their ancestors' crime? against our ancestors, I would say yes. Right? Now, these devils that's doing what they're doing to us today, their generation to come is going to have to pay for their work. In other words, they actually themselves are going to pay, but they're going to come back in a different time frame until the Most High decided, and the end shall come to all. And I believe that time is now. I believe the Most High is going to do a fucking master reset on this planet, and everybody that's not written in the book of life according to the Bible, right, going to be cast into hell and be burnt the fuck up. Never cease to exist. There ain't gonna be no everlasting fire burning in hell. None of that shit. You gonna feel some shit when you're down there, but I don't believe in that. You gonna be burning for eternity. I don't know. Maybe the white people probably be there because they're some wicked. They deserve to burn for eternity. Those wicked devils. Not all of y'all, but most of y'all. Many of y'all. 99% of y'all devils need to be burning forever and shit. But you know what I'm saying? We are here, family, living out our punishment. I believe, again, that whatever we did in our past life, we're here to relive that shit. And for the most part, I can honestly say, I've been through some shit, you know what I'm saying, some hardship in my life. But it's not to the degree where, I will curse the Most High and say, well, why you doing? Because maybe my ancestors, which is I, wasn't as wicked as your ancestors, as I said before. So I didn't get that much persecution, so to speak. And these fuckers better not come fuck with me because I'm ready for these devils. Any day one of these devils ever decide to cross my path, boy, but let me tell you something. I'd rather not say. You know what I mean? But family, yeah, I just want to come on here, man. Yeah, I know we're going through it right now. A lot of us are in a lot of despair because we feel like these devils are getting the upper hand. But not really, because behind the scenes, we don't know what goes on in their family lives. A lot of them are committing suicide. A lot of them can't deal with being on the bottom and shit. So we already been on. We're on the bottom now. We can't go any lower, other than hell and shit. Go to hell, according to Christians, right? But you know what I'm saying? The only thing that can happen with us is that we get elevated back, back up, get back to our status where we once were before we lost, our greatness, before the Most High turned his back on us. Because like I said, the Most High ain't dealing with us. No matter how much you pray to him right now, he's not having it, because there's no Leviticus priest to go on your behalf, to submit whatever sin offering that you have. Because like I said, we're in the land of captivity. If we're in the land of captivity, how the fuck do you expect the Most High to deal with you? The punishment is not over yet. So once, yes, 2019, this year, they said that the 400-year prophecy is supposed to be fulfilled with the curse. I believe it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see a lot of these devils being exposed for who they are. And, eventually our redemption is going to be nigh. But I just think for now, the Most High, he still has some unfinished business to do with us. Because we are some wicked fuckers, believe it or not. We as Telco black people too. We ain't that, righteous than thou and shit. We wicked as fuck too. Because a lot of our people, man, we do some wickedness to our own people. Selling drugs to one another. Gunning and terrorizing our own neighborhood. Gunning down our people in our own neighborhood. Terrorizing our neighborhood with these gangs and shit. So we wicked as fuck too. The only difference between us and these devils kill without a cause. You know what I'm saying? We might find an excuse or a reason to do what we do, but these devils are just hunters by nature. We are the hunted. But anyway, family, I just wanted to once again give a special shalom to that subscriber, the daughter of Zion, True Israel, I think that's her name. Special shout out to her and to all of y'all. I love all of y'all. Y'all like my family, extended family. I don't know y'all per se physically, but I do know y'all spiritually. I feel y'all, you know what I mean? And just bear with me, family. They suppressing my channel once again. My views is very low because they don't like what I'm bringing forth on my channel. But it is what it is. If 4 or 5 or 10 of y'all can get some message from what I'm bringing forth, excluding the cussing and shit, because I know y'all don't like that shit, but I'm gonna say that shit anyway. Y'all don't give a fuck. I'm the cussing Hebrew. Y'all gonna have to get over that docile mentality. Oh my God, he's using vulgarity. Nah, nigga, this is the real deal. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna have to deal with this shit. But with that, family, I say shalom.